What's up YouTube? Arks here. So this is my very first video, basically going over some of the things I do when I make my beats. This is a beat that I actually just made and I wasn't recording unfortunately when I did it, but what I want to do is sort of go over where my thought process was and the things that I did, where I got the sample, the kicks I used and the snare, all that kind of thing. So let's get right into it. I'm just going to play the sample I had originally. So that right there is the original sample. What I did was I actually put some EQ on it, so I brought out the highs and lows on that, just so it brings a little more of a vintage feel to it. This is what I came up with for actually brought the second bar over to the fourth. Just because I didn't really like the way it ended. It didn't really loop well in my opinion, so that's where I sort of chopped it, sort of made sure that they hit on the correct bar and sort of hit in the right spot where I wanted to hit them. And this is the snap that I came across. So what I did actually was I put it there, and then I also brought one a little bit lower, just so that it's a little more full. Right, just to layer it a bit. One is a little bit higher velocity. Just so it sounds a bit louder without actually being louder. So those two solo there, that's what that sounds like. Actually, that sample I got from Splice, and Splice is my go-to website for anything. I get all my snaps, my snares, my hi-hats, my kicks, shakes, whatever I'm using from Splice, just because it's just a giant library of samples, drum kits, anything you need. And this isn't even a sponsor, right? I'm just saying this is exactly where I take it. Anyways, moving on to the kick. I didn't want it to be taking over the song, just because I do really like that guitar playing. So the only thing I did with the kick, I didn't put it right on the beginning of the bar. I hit it 2 steps after. So that's where it is. So it's just a continuous one hit on the kick. Just like that. Continuous. And then for the shaker, I just added a shaker just before the snap hits. Right? The reason for that is just so that adds a little more bounce to the sound. What I did, I didn't put any hi-hats in it just because I felt like that would be a little bit too much for the song. Everything together, I did that there. And for the beginning of the song, I bounced out just the sample I have along with the snaps. And then I brought down I got rid of the highs and lows on that one as well for the EQ, just so that sort of brings a bit more of a vintage to that for the beginning. And then it just has a nice beginning for the song, and then brings it a little more open. It brings in the kick, and then it also brings in the shaker that I had. So this is what it sounds like all played together. It just repeats like that. Obviously I haven't layered it and sort of arranged it for a beat, so the people who sort of inspired me for this beat were Khalid and Daniel Caesar. They were sort of in the back of my head when I was creating this beat. I heard that guitar and instantly thought about those two people, and I just wanted to get it going. So that's my Daniel Caesar and Khalid type beat. That's how I made that, and like I said, I wasn't recording unfortunately when I made it. But yeah, this is sort of how I made my Khalid type beat.